What's happening? Welcome back to Little Wrist Big Fist. I am solo dolo today. I think Dusty actually just got home from Atlanta. I think he literally just pulled in the driveway. So shout out to him and LB. I'm glad they got back safe. But I'm doing the intro by my lonesome today. So what's happening? This episode is Stryker Part 2. We talked about his first show, which was a pretty cool experience. It was very different on many levels, actually. We also talked about his deep love for the Jonas Brothers. He's going to love that. Hopefully I don't butcher this intro by myself, I'm not trying to put this podcast in the ground, you know what I'm saying, Daniel? But another conversation about establishing a stage name was had today or on this podcast. It's always a weird thing when you start calling yourself something different than you've always been called, especially amongst friends and family. Like, what did you say to me? What would you say that your name was? So that's always fun. And his different experiences with that, and I think I've had too much bang. My lips are moving faster in my brain. So another conversation was had about that during college and everything. We discussed the R. Kelly issue and our ignorance on the subject. I don't think any of us really knew what we were talking about. Dusty came through with the heavy googs. Actually, that Apple News, give us a sponsor. What's happening? Shout out to... Oh, yeah. We started to... Before I get to the shout outs... new stuff that Stryker is working on. We talked about that, and also how he just completely held out on giving us an exclusive for the podcast. I don't get it, bro. Come on. Still send me that email though. Shoot me that on that Dropbox. You know what I'm saying? That hot box. But shout out to Megan Johnson and how good she was in the studio. Apparently Stryker said she came through with that heavy force on that heavy vocal. That's what's up, I guess she's worked in the studio before, but she was very professional in the way she conducted herself. And last shout out, well, actually I got three more. So shout out to both of our sponsors, Amp Entertainment and Shaw Audio. We absolutely love y'all. The Amp Fam is still rocking strong, which is an organization on MTSU's campus completely run by students. And Shaw Audio is, I'd say, local. They're close enough. Audio can I say manufacturer? The best thing for me to say that would you'd be like, oh shit, is they make custom guitar amps for Chris Stapleton. So there you have it. And many more people. Ricky Skaggs, of course I'm shouting out the famous people, but they have a ton of gear. And they've also let us borrow some for the recording sessions here. And then, so we are going to give the last shout out to the listeners. We appreciate you guys so much. I want to say without y'all, this wouldn't go on, but it definitely keeps it pushing. I think that we would do a podcast even if people didn't listen to it, because we just love doing this shit. But the fact that people, post it and say, hey, thanks for, this or that, or just, liking the pod, just listening to it. We appreciate you guys. So the one thing that I want to ask, we've been meaning to ask this of y'all for a while, but we just keep forgetting, is if you have the Apple, I can't believe I've rambled for so long now. I'm sorry. I'm about done. If you have the Apple Podcast app, rate and review our podcast, please. Even if you don't like it, rate and review it. We need that feedback, and then also, I don't know how I call them dumb phones, but I'm not hating on you, but I am, but I'm not. If you have, a Pixel, those have badass cameras, or an Android, they have badass much of nothing, but, you know, carry on. You know, rate and review if you can, or leave us a comment, shout out to Anthony, on YouTube's, because it's on there too. The audio's on there, and I swear at some point I'll have some videos. Okay, I'm done japping my jaws. I'm chill out on the bang, and you know, put this podcast up for y'all. So thank you, and I'll do it not as well for Dusty since he's not here. Little respect, fifth.
That's it.
All right. Well, welcome back, boys.
Yeah, welcome back. So the way this works is when we take our breaks, it begins a new podcast.
Great.
Okay. So here we are, beginning
Part 2.
a new podcast with Stryker.
Beautiful.
Dude, welcome back.
Thanks, bro. It's been a while.
Absolutely. I haven't seen you for a week.
Yeah.
Is that how
had to
this works?
rehydrate.
It's been a week.
You know, drain the gills. You know. No, I'm saying like from.
I know. No, I'm saying like, yeah.
Dude, that's a fast week, dude.
Yeah.
So we did end up talking about like the last part in basically. So what I mean, we've had a couple people back the second time, but basically when we have people on the first time, we just try to break down basically their experience of how they got to where they are now. So, we've talked about pretty much up until college and like halfway through.
Through. We were just getting into the REM program.
Sure. Right. So where are you at right now?
So after that, I started going into this. So I played my very first show ever. Let's see, I started REM in the fall semester. Yeah. And I went to that first Amp Rights, and then I played my very first show for the fall festival that MCSU had. That was the first show I ever played.
Fall festival. Was I there for that?
You were.
Yeah,
I think
you came.
You were there.
Wait, was it at the big stage?
Yeah, in the ballroom in the student union.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was the first show I ever played in my entire life. Like actually playing.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I know. I didn't tell people that, so they would just assume I knew what I was doing. You know, I was like, if they don't know I'm an amateur, maybe it'll be okay.
You fooled me.
Yeah, exactly. So that was the key. But yeah, so got my buddy Joey to play guitar with me, and I went and played. You know, they had a huge stage and like a big lighting rig. So like it was.
Wasn't the weather real bad that day though?
No, the KKK did a march.
That was when the
white supremacists did their march.
But they didn't do that in Murfreesboro.
Yes, they did it on the square.
On the square.
And
did they end up really doing
only
nothing happened?
It rained it out, but a couple people still came, but nothing bad happened.
Right.
But a bunch of people didn't come out because the school was like sending out emails like don't be on campus because they're supposed to march on campus too. It's like there was like
that's what happened.
The only people there were like my friends. I was like, hey, I don't care if like you get stabbed or burned. Like you're coming to this. This is my first show ever. You know.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. Hey, you came. So.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that was my first show ever, and it was so fun. A bunch of people backed out, so I got to play like 45 minutes.
You're good. I got to mute this.
I got to play like 45 minutes instead of like 15 or 30, whatever they had originally planned.
So you were prepared to play?
No. So
no.
I don't remember who it was. It might have been like Sierra or somebody. I don't remember who was in charge of that, but whoever it was, texted me that morning of. It's like a bunch of people backed out. Like, can you sing for like 15 more minutes? And I was like,
I'm pretty sure it was Sierra. Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna have to learn 15 more minutes worth of music, I guess. And so me and my buddy,
it's about 5 songs.
That whole coordinating that whole thing was originally a mess. I remember that. Like, I think I went to a couple of the meetings, but Sierra did all that stuff, and then that happened. It was like,
a bunch of people backed out.
Dude,
and
yeah,
so,
it was like half the artists.
Yeah, and so I got to play like a longer set, and it was really cool.
You and Christy Hoops played, right?
Yeah, and Christy.
Who else played? I forget who else played.
A bunch of people backed out, so I don't.
There's a ton
who
of people that
played.
backed out. I think there was like 3 artists that ended up playing.
I know Brendan Donahoe played.
I know Brendan. Yeah,
dude, Brendan's fantastic.
Big voice.
Yeah, he's a really good songwriter.
Yeah,
really interesting stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah, so I played that show for the first time. I was like, oh, that was fun. Like I like being on stage and playing. You know,
yeah,
it was lit. And then I started. I can't remember what the next show I played was.
LIT.
The next, Long Island iced teas get you through it. No, but I think the next show I played was the Genesis show at Bonhoeffer's.
At Bonhoeffer's, yeah.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know who that was, they Amp put it together, right? With Bonhoeffer's.
Yeah, me and Garrett put that together, yeah.
And they had a bunch of us MTSU artists come out, and we did like a cover with a band. They had like a backing band. We did a cover of like a song that really inspired us to start doing music.
Yeah.
And so I sang.
Such a cool idea.
It was a great night. There was like 15 artists, something like that.
There was 15 artists. Could have been about 20.
Yeah.
Maybe I think it was 20 because there was 10. Garrett picked 10 and I picked 10.
Oh yeah.
And it was, but with everybody only doing one song.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that is like 20
yeah.
stage changes, but
yeah, it was interesting, but it was a super good show.
And there's a lot of people there. It was a good turnout.
Yeah, there was it was full. But so I played Heartbreak Hotel by Elvis.
Yeah,
Presley
dude.
Because
I remember that.
I grew up. My grandparents kind of got me listening to Elvis and the Beach Boys, and that was like the first music like I really listened to.
Yeah.
And after that, I kind of stopped. Like I didn't do music when I was a kid, and then like I started when the Jonas Brothers came out. Oddly enough,
that was when you started playing.
As much as people like make fun of them and stuff, like when I heard them, I was in like seventh.
That's cool, dude. We're not making fun of you.
No, I know, but a lot of people do, especially when you're that age. You can't say that. I was in like seventh grade. Like I can't tell all my bros that like I like the Jonas Brothers. But like I heard them and like I'd watch them play. And I was like, and all the girls, were all over them and stuff. I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. Like that's lit.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I contribute like
LIT.
Like wanting to go into music to the Jonas Brothers and to what's his name? I'm gonna forget his name now.
Big inspiration.
Well, he's not real. It's
a Teletubby?
No, have you guys seen a Goofy movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
That got Powerline's his name. He's at the beginning of the movie. He's like doing that performance, and he's got like the Cyclops glasses, and he like flies out over the crowd like with a harness, and he's like singing and dancing and stuff. And I was like, dude, I would love to be like singing like fly out over a crowd like on a harness. Like that was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. And then like they didn't have any money, so they paid that one guy in spray cheese.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and so like, and he was like working the lights and stuff like for spray cheese. Like, but I was like, dude, that's what I want to do. That's so cool.
Dude, I want to work for spray cheese, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody ever pays me in gum.
Everybody ever pays me in cheese.
Spray cheese. That can't even be real cheese. But
dude, no.
Yeah, but it tastes good. But so. Yeah, so then I played that show at Bonhoeffer's, and after that, like, it was crazy because, like, it's like I played a couple of shows, and then after I played a few, it's like more people like, oh, he plays shows, like, let's ask him if he wants to play here. So, like, I started playing more shows, I started playing at Puckett's, pretty regularly, the Whiskey Room in Franklin pretty regularly, and I was just like, man, this is fun. Like, I like doing this a lot. And during all that, while that was happening, I still just had my personal Instagram account, which neither of you guys follow. I'm not calling you out on it. Nobody here follows it.
No.
Like,
I didn't know you had.
I didn't know. Yeah,
I know.
Idea.
So
for the longest time, I didn't know your real name was Austin.
Yep. That's it.
I did. I've only heard it like twice. Like at both times that you've said that or somebody said it.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Both times.
Oh
like,
yeah,
I
I'm
completely
sure.
forgot.
I forget it's my name sometimes.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, and the whole time, so.
Do you still have people that call you Austin besides family?
I have some friends. I have some friends here that knew me from back home, and a lot of them will call me Austin. And then like when I've worked with people, like sometimes they call me both. Like I got some people that call me both because at work I just go by Austin because why not? I'm not gonna tell somebody to call me my stage name like at work. Like so. But during this,
guilty.
Yeah,
I'm so guilty.
And then like I feel that same way about telling teachers,
Yeah.
Like when teachers,
dude, I did.
Yeah, well,
like,
and I don't mind in the RIM classes, but like in like my marketing minor classes, like I'm about to tell this guy my name's Stryker in front of everybody, and they're gonna ask why, and they're gonna make it a whole big thing.
Process.
Everybody's gonna think I'm a douchebag for saying like a fake name.
Dude,
like,
I like taking the chance of the being the douchebag because then people are curious.
Yeah, that's true too.
I took that chance only like the last year I was in college.
It's a hard one. It's always awkward.
It was, dude. It's still to this day. It's awkward. Like you just like tell people that, like, what's your name? Like, dude. Moose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just call me hey dude. Like,
Yep.
but so during this whole like developmental process, I made a music account on Instagram and didn't tell anybody. I was like, I'm not gonna tell my girlfriend, my friends, anybody, just to see, in case
What
people
happens?
start roasting me, online, like because of cyberbullying. Like, I'm not gonna tell anybody.
I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
a victim.
And yeah, exactly. And so like, I make this account and I post like a couple covers and stuff, and I was like, I'm not gonna tell anybody unless I get like 100 followers, like pretty quick, And so I started posting covers. I posted like 3 or 4 covers. And then, like,
Hashtags.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta do hashtags.
Yeah.
And like
Hashtag.
other people were following me who were just starting music accounts and stuff too. And so we would like talk, about like
Yep.
the stuff we were doing and whatnot. And I got 100 followers, and I was just like, okay, like I got 100 followers, like that kind of looks cool. So like, let me tell all my friends that like I made this music account or whatever. So like I posted it on my regular account. I was like, hey, go follow my music account. Like I'm singing and stuff. And a very underwhelming amount of people went and followed my music account. Literally, like
You'll have that, man.
I was like so excited to announce it and stuff. And,
Right.
like I announced it and maybe got like 8 followers from my personal account to go over. I mean, now a bunch of them do, but
Right.
still not all of them.
Yeah.
So still, like when I release a song or something, like I'll go
Do
to
you
my
put it on both?
I'll go to my personal account, and be like, hey, by the way, if anybody still follows this account, like this is what I do, because I don't post on there anymore, really. And but so I made this and I told all my friends and stuff, and they were just like, oh, like whatever, like it wasn't a big deal to them. And I was
Right.
like, I've been keeping this secret, forever.
Yeah,
Like
this is
act
a
like
big-
it's a
this
big
is
deal.
huge.
Yeah. And so
this is the unveiling of
exactly. And so like I've been for like the past 2.5 to 3 years that I've been really playing music. I've been trying to build this following because I started from nothing, and so
Yeah.
like, now I'm like easing up on like 1,000 followers,
Yeah.
and it's really interesting because like my personal account I only has like 250 followers. Because like I just come from a small town. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
That's about everybody.
That's all you used
That's
it for.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 250 people. That's everybody in Strawberry Plains. All right, cool.
Is it pretty small?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really small. But yeah, so I started this account or whatever, and I got a bunch of followers on there. Yeah, thanks. I keep hitting that. I got a bunch of followers on there that like I've never met, but like I like their music, they like mine, and we talk and stuff.
That's fun.
It's really
with
interesting,
social
yeah.
media, I think. When
Yeah.
you like, I used to do that with SoundCloud.
Mhm.
Used to, but
I haven't
yeah,
been
it's
on
fun.
SoundCloud in a
There's this-
minute.
What's
Dude,
crazy is
it
like
still has gold mines.
really.
There's still the other day Aubrey sent me a link the other day and I was like, oh my god. Of course I'm into EDM, so
Yeah.
there's just like
It's for that-
there's treasures on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but it was crazy because like I was like the people that follow you at first follow you because you like their post and they only have 11 followers, so they're just
Mhm.
like who is that guy that
Following
liked my
a bunch of
post?
people.
Yeah, exactly. And but it's crazy. I've watched some people blow up because of that. Like we all started our stuff at like the same time.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's this one
Like
kid
people that you follow, like your
Like-
first 100 followers
Yeah,
or followed.
and like so I followed this guy. His name's Lucas James. He's a really young guy. Like he's not even out of high school yet. And when I followed him, he was almost at 300 followers, and he's this real good looking dude. Nice hair, chiseled ass jaw.
yep.
He
all
was
the basics.
yeah. He's never gonna listen to this, so like he all the basics. And he wasn't a good singer at all, really, but he had like a good tone. He sounded good, but he wasn't like his pitch was really bad and stuff like that. And I remember the first time he got a guitar and he like posted a guitar video, and like it was so out of tune. And like everybody's
The
going like,
guitar
bro,
was?
yeah, everybody's like, bro, tune your guitar. Like it was the first time he got, and like he was just like like playing one chord and singing, and then playing another chord. Like he wasn't strumming or anything, he just stroked one ringing
Right.
out the chords. And it was so out of tune. And then he comments like, yeah, I realize it's out of tune, but like I didn't have a tuner and I don't know how to tune it and stuff like that. And now this guy, let me look it up just so I don't get it wrong. And
So
I'll
you got a
even-
ton of followers.
Yeah,
like a
dude.
shit ton of
Just 'cause
followers. Does he have like a bunch of music out and stuff?
No,
No.
none, dude.
Just like Instagram
He's-
famous.
He's 17 right now.
Oh, wow.
He just recently turned 17. He's got 105,000 followers.
Nice.
What? Let me see.
Yeah, like
Is he good?
He's better now. Yeah, he's
So
pretty
like,
good. He's got a good sound.
what's he really good at? Like
He-
his songs as a whole, or like his guitar playing? Or
He
what?
writes a little bit, but he just got like a real smooth voice. Like just
Oh.
He's gotten
It's
better
ki-
with his voice.
yeah, it's kind of like he's a lot like Shawn Mendes. Like
Gotcha.
it's a lot like
Crazy.
Shawn
I don't know
Mendes.
that
Like he's
person.
just got like a real pleasant voice to listen to. Like it's nothing that he did, in particular. He just has one of those voices. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, he just sounds
gotcha.
nice.
He's got the look too.
Yeah, he's just a good looking dude.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. That's
Oh.
halfway my fault. Halfway.
Just halfway though.
All good.
Is it good?
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
good. We dropped my phone.
Did he lose
but-
any followers from that?
Yeah, I hope I unfollowed him on accident. No, but he was a cool guy. I like sent him some tips. Like when he first started singing, I was like, "Hey, dude, like try this," because I was in choir forever, so like I know a lot of like the fundamentals of singing. I was like, "Hey, dude, try to do this instead. Like you'll sound a little better." He's like, "Thanks." We started messaging back and forth, and like I have his phone number now, and like I'll hit him up every now and then, ask him how it's going and stuff. But he's like flying out to LA and stuff now, like recording like his debut stuff, and like I'm just like, this is crazy, and it grew so fast. It went from 300 to like 6,000 in just like about a month, and like a message, and I was like, dude, you're like blowing up. He's like, yeah, man, that's crazy. Like I got a bunch of followers, and then now he's got 100, over 100,000. I'm just like, that's so insane, dude.
That is insane.
It's just
That's
ridiculous
crazy.
to watch other people do way better than you. No, dude, I'm happy for him, but yeah, it was really weird. And so once
There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff, especially with Instagram.
Mhm.
I mean, there's a lot of different stuff that goes along with that.
oh
like
yeah,
just like the look at, like, after you get 1,000 followers, the look of your profile that says 1,000 followers,
Yeah.
like it just will attract more people
Yeah.
to follow you.
yeah,
It's
crazy.
weird. Like once some dude has like 5,000 followers and the only videos he posts is playing guitar, more people are not saying that that's the only reason. I'm just saying there's a lot of different factors.
Oh
as
yeah,
in
there
just,
absolutely
like,
is, and that's
he's
what I
an
noticed too.
amazing
It's like the
artist.
more followers I get, the more followers I get. It's like,
Yeah.
it like waterfalls.
Mhm.
It just keeps going. It was. I told you guys earlier a little bit about me going back and speaking to my middle school
Right.
that I went to or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I get like 70 followers from doing that. Like
Oh, no
all these
shit.
middle schoolers, like following me. I can't
That's
wait.
cool.
I can't wait till like my demographic updates to see like
Yep.
the age ranges.
Was
now.
this just recently when you went? and
last
spoke?
week?
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was really
Cool.
fun. I got to play them some songs and stuff, and it was nice because like I played on Root Beer Floats on the guitar,
Yeah.
and a bunch of them told me like sounded better live than I did on the record, which
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
That's
glad to hear
dope.
that. Like
Yep.
that's cool. But I've just recently started like I started playing those shows like we were saying,
Right.
and started playing a bunch of shows, and then I was at a point to where I was like, I'm gonna have to get a good guitar. I can't play with this $20 one, so I got like a nice Martin guitar, and I started trying to the hardest thing was to play and sing at the same time
Yeah.
when I first started.
That's the
But
second
I was
thing.
like that with piano.
Dude,
like I never got it
it's
down.
so
but-
hard. I don't know what, because I like, and I still to this day like sometimes I like strum with the words instead of like how
It's
the
different
rhythm actually should
rhythms,
go.
yeah.
And so like that was really hard, but then once I kind of got used to it, I started playing more, and then I was like, and now even still to this day when I'm playing and singing at the same time, like both suffer. Like if I'm singing, like I'm not as good at playing guitar, and if I'm playing guitar, I'm not as good at singing because I'm focused on the guitar more
Yeah.
than I'm singing. And so like I have a band now, and I try not to have to play guitar, except for on my own songs. So like I'm really familiar with and that I wrote on guitar.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I try not to have to play guitar because it takes away from like my singing. But like I've really like last semester I had a vocal workshop class, and like I've really been like taking singing a lot more seriously and like learning about like different styles and stuff. And like guys have like a bunch of different registers in their voice that they can sing in, like if they learn how to do it. And like I feel like I've
specific ways that you have to do it without, so
Yeah.
you don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, so you don't
right?
hurt
Dusty's
yourself.
told me a little bit about
and
that
so
stuff.
you can like have better tones and sounds.
Yeah.
And I've just recently been really finding like these new places to put like certain notes. I can sing like some really high notes and like belt and stuff
Mhm.
really, a lot higher than a lot of people.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I've just like even more so recently, like I've just learned like where to put those notes in my throat to where they don't hurt.
Mhm.
And they, both of you guys.
So is
probably,
that what you do in the vocal workshop class?
Not really.
Yeah.
That class was more. It was a joke to be honest, but
Okay.
that's a whole
All
nother
right,
thing.
we can skip that.
Yeah, but I mean, it helped. He taught me a couple things that were really helpful. But I got to practice was one of the good things.
Yeah.
We got to do a bunch of warm ups together, and we
A
got
good
to.
connection.
It was
to
a good
make.
daily practice, like
Yeah.
so where you're actually because like you can sing all the time, but if you're not practicing singing,
Mhm.
It's like-
Correctly.
yeah, exactly. And it's like playing a guitar. Like I don't practice playing the guitar. I play the same thing I've always been playing, and so I don't really get any better because I don't try hard. I don't try
Yeah.
to do new stuff. So we're learning, like different techniques and breathing exercises and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
and like I've really been like paying attention. I feel like since I just recently started singing, like not singing, but actually singing out and stuff.
Yeah.
It took me forever to find like my sound, to like filter through like all the bullshit that I'd picked up from other people, and like from my influences. Like it took so long to like.
And it'll change over
Oh
time.
yeah, I know
too,
it will.
like-
But like I finally feel like I'm at a point where like I sound like me instead of trying to sound like I had a bunch of people call me out on this, and I knew I did it. Like, if I sang a cover, like, I'd sing it like that person sings it, you know, instead of, like, I would sing it.
Mm-hmm.
And people would, like, say it, and I'm like, dude, I know, but, like, that's how I've heard it. Like, that's just how I sing it.
Yep.
And, like,
that's how you feel comfortable
yeah,
singing
exactly.
it. Yep.
Like he did. And then so here lately, like, I've really started, like, that was, like, the main thing, is trying to sing other, like, cover songs in my voice.
Yeah.
And that's really how I practiced that. And it was really hard. But it was weird because, like, I had picked up, like, one of my main influences was the Jonas Brothers growing up, you know. And so, like, I had picked up on, that's where, like, you know, I do, like, a lot of these, like, yodels and, like, cracks in, like, my voice when I sing. And, like, that was, like, kind of a thing that they did. And, like, I got to this point where, like, I was like, do I actually sing like that? Or do I just do it because they did it? And, like, it's just kind of stuck in my head or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so, like, I'd stop doing that. And then, like, I'd, like, you know, you sing, like, the best example I have for this, like, pop airy kind of thing is, like, Boyfriend by Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like really, it's like, if I was your boyfriend, you know, it's like
Yeah.
way too airy and stuff. It's like I would do that when I was singing, like, lower, and I was like, is that really me, or is that just, like, something I'm doing because it, you know, it sounds,
heard it somewhere else.
sexy, or, you know,
Yep.
like, it's like that one, that sound you want to sound like, and like, so I stopped doing all that, and then, like, I felt like I got worse, and then it's one of those things, like, you don't want to feel like you're trying too hard.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to be adding these things, but then, like, you listen, like, people on the radio and stuff, and, like, you like their voice because they have, like, these, like, quirks, or, you know, they have, like, they add these things to their voice.
It's special. It's different.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, I was like, that's just how I learned to sing, because that's what I was doing, you know, when I was listening to these people and singing like them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I learned it. So then, like, I started adding it back, and, like, my lower register's a lot stronger when I blow out more air, and so it makes sense for me to do it. And, like, the yodels and stuff are really natural, because, like, that's just how I've been doing. Like,
And it's not a bad thing either. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
want to go without saying, like, it's not a bad thing to take an influence from somewhere.
yeah, exactly.
Like, just because you got influence from somewhere, like, doesn't mean. I mean, it's the same way with, like, you know, them making a drum machine for me to use to produce music. Like, they made the drum. What I'm not supposed to use the same drum machine. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, then I'll do something different with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you do with those things you picked
yeah,
up.
and it was
Yeah.
just so hard to. It was a long process of filtering through what was me and what wasn't me, and then it's like it's almost like I stripped it all completely back, and then started adding back the things that I felt like I needed, or things
Did you
that
do
I
that
really
over
liked doing.
shows or practice or both? Or?
A little bit of both. Not so much shows, because it shows. A majority of the shows I play at, the sound's really bad, you know, because
Yeah.
you know, it just is, like, you know, it's a lot of students that don't necessarily know what they're doing, but they're new. You know, they're, like, doing it for
They're not
practice, and
seasoned
they're
years.
practicing just like we are, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes the sound's not the best, so you can't really hear yourself as good, so you just do it, you know, do the best you can.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I'm singing at home and stuff, like, I'll really try to, like, do, you know, I really would just practice, like, the stuff that, like, I felt like was me. And another part was, like, finding my genre was a real hard thing to do, because I grew up just listening to country music, and so, like, and I love country music, and, like, I have a really country accent, like, normally when I talk, you know, and people call me out on it all the time, and
I'm surprised around here.
yeah, I know, but and I sing pop music, and, like, for a long time, like, I didn't want to put that title on it, you know, and I still don't.
Some people, it just doesn't, like.
It doesn't sit right with some people,
like,
yeah. But so I started calling it adult contemporary, which is what it is. It is 100% adult contemporary, which
you
is, like,
sound pretentious.
yeah, exactly, exactly. But it's like adult
You sound
contemporary.
like you know what kind of wine to buy at the store.
I'm the cheapest. That's the kind you buy.
Oak leaf.
Yeah, oak leaf, $2.96 a bottle. But yeah, but it's not. It gets, you know, it does the job.
It does.
It does what it's for.
Yeah.
But so, like, adult contemporary, if you Google the definition, it says pop with, like, soft rock influences, and which is, like, about 100% what I do. And I would tell people that. And every time I'd tell somebody that, they'd be like, oh, like, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's kind of like pop music. And they'd be like, oh, okay, cool. So then I'm like, why don't I just tell people, like, instead of having to give two definitions, I do pop.
Pop.
A lot of times I'll tell people pop rock, because that's what I really like.
You want some edge on there. I don't blame you.
Yeah, well, that's what I
don't
like.
blame
So
you.
I'm a huge fan of pop rock music, and
Pop rocks.
It'd be like if you were like a beat maker, and, like, you really wanted to make some, like, hard ass, like, trap
Some
or
trap
rap music, but you're also really good at making R&B, and, like, people ask you what kind of music you make,
Yeah.
and, like, it sounds cooler to say I make trap
yeah,
than it does, like, to people in that culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Then, like, I make R&B, like.
Yeah. Oh.
You sound cooler as 50 Cent rather than R. Kelly.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially right
Yeah,
now.
especially these
Yeah,
days.
what? Hey, can I ask you guys how did he resurface? Because I haven't been like reading a bunch of news or nothing. Do you guys know?
I haven't read the whole story, but here's something about. You go ahead, Dusty. Take it away. You look like you want to say something.
No, I
Let
just
me
know.
Google his name.
I
Right
know
now
he's
and see
just
what's
caught
going
up
on.
in some more.
Child stuff.
Yeah, I think it's some child stuff.
The only thing recent that I heard was, when you get on Twitter, you can always expect to see something wild.
Yeah.
And I saw Vince Staples. Do you know who he is?
Yeah.
Hip hop artist, and he was getting interviewed at like Coachella, and this girl was like something about she asked him some kind of question about something that he said, and like something that Vince Staples said, and she's interviewing him, and he says, well, I mean, I don't think that I don't know why I can't say something like this, but R. Kelly can walk around pissing on people and he's all right, he's still good.
Yeah.
And she was like, I mean, this is like my first time working at Coachella, and like you got to calm down. He's like, no, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
He was like, wait, you're gonna call me out for saying something stupid? And he was like, he can walk around doing that stuff, and he walks around, nobody judges him.
Yeah.
He's like, why people judging me? And she was like, I'm gonna get kicked out, I'm gonna get fired. And he was like, you don't work for them, like, dude. He turned up, but that was all I heard about R. Kelly. And now all of a sudden, another.
Oh,
so
this is what happened. This is crazy. So
wasn't he already like charged for rape at one point or something like that?
There was something.
Wasn't
going
it like
on right
child
before that.
stuff?
Yeah, I think
that's what I thought it was.
It could have been.
And that's why people have the joke about him pissing on kids.
Yeah,
because he did.
I can't speak on that because I don't necessarily know about that. But this was. Do you guys remember Aaliyah?
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like I do.
So
she's an artist.
She was an artist and a big idol for Drake. Actually, a big influence for him. But she actually died in it was either a plane or helicopter crash on the way to shoot a music video. And she was like, I don't know, some people say if she hadn't passed away, like, we wouldn't think of Beyonce the way we think of her today, just because Aaliyah was she was that figure, but anyway, so her and R. Kelly got married when she was 14. Okay. And he claims
maybe that's where it comes from.
And he claimed he got out of it because he claimed that he didn't know she was 14. But this video resurfaced that has him saying, this says, in the video that resurfaced last week, Kelly can be heard saying right now, I'm producing a very talented young lady. She's 14, Aaliyah. And
so he said that before they got married?
Before they got married.
Who married him?
I don't know.
Who married a 14-year-old to somebody?
Someone out of their right mind.
Yeah, you're like who
let
performed
that happen?
the marriage? Like, dude, what the hell? And you
show
can't
your
legally
ID.
be married, right?
No,
I mean,
she lied about her age.
Dude, how do you get away with it?
I don't know. Why would you?
He was like, I'm R. Kelly, and like maybe he threw some money at it and like made it happen. But that's what's so weird. Why would you do that?
It is weird.
Especially if you know she's 14. I don't care if
she was 15 on the day they got married.
I don't care if you do or don't know.
How old was he?
Dude, he was at least 30, right? Maybe he's in his 20s.
Y'all talk and I'll do that.
That's some Jerry Lee Lewis shit.
I mean, so that's why. So a video resurfaced, and so now he's like
on the hot seat for it.
Yeah. So, well, maybe Chris Brown will retake his spot. Then what were we talking about before the podcast? You said what, people like Chris Brown again?
Yeah, you said he was dropping a song with somebody.
Yeah, who was it?
He could
Drake.
be dropping a song with Drake. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
So, I'm guessing R. Kelly's.
He was 27.
Got married to a 15-year-old.
And got married to a 15-year-old.
Dude, that's like.
That's
older than I am now and married. Like, better.
You just married a freshman in high school.
Bruh.
Could you?
That's wild.
Okay.
What would you
for real?
What would you have in common?
Dude, nothing.
No,
like we both listen to music.
Yeah.
Like,
that's crazy.
Smooth.
Didn't Jerry Lee Lewis like run off and marry his 13-year-old cousin?
Yes.
It happens, dude. Musicians are wild.
Dude, people are weird. It's so weird. So, what'd you search to find that? Because, like, everybody's throwing his name in the dirt right now, and I can't even... Kanye was talking about.
So, that's something else. Yeah, it's hard to... It's really pushed underneath.
Well, obviously,
so
I just searched R. Kelly,
I use Apple News, and if I'm wanting to search something...
Do you like it?
Oh, I love Apple News, dude. I stay on it.
Do you have to pay for it?
No, Apple News is totally free.
Like, okay. I need some kind of news.
But, like,
app, 'cause,
you
dude,
can
I'm behind
search-
on all this shit.
You can search. So if I want to know any news about R. Kelly, like here's a feed of like all the news about R. Kelly, and there's like
Nice.
different channels. So, I mean, you got music, technology, stuff like that you can follow. But
So you narrowed it down with that.
But you can also, and then you'll have, like mine is suggested by Siri, Drake and politics.
Sounds
Nice.
about right.
Nice.
But
That sounds like you.
that's hilarious. Oh man,
that's funny. But Apple Music it's a really cool app to use if you want to like stay up
you
to date
mean
on
news.
news.
Apple News?
Said Apple Music.
Oh, both. Yeah.
Yeah, but
What I'm Apple News. Yeah, yeah. And you can select specific news sources and all that jazz.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like I use wasn't there a different thing, or maybe it's if you get like Huffington Post on there, or you get like another service on
See,
there.
you do
like,
have to
then
subscribe to-
Then you have to pay for those.
If you want,
Like if it comes from a certain source, you have to pay for it, right? But does Apple have their own thing?
no,
They get it all from different sources.
Yes.
Okay. See that maybe that's why I stopped using it because I clicked on so many that weren't.
Huffington Post. Yeah, I used to
Is it
have
Huffington Post.
I used
some
to.
shit?
Maybe it's Washington Post. I don't know. One of them have the app, and it might be Huffington. And I used to have that app, and you were very limited to how much you could view. You can view some stuff, but you can't view everything. I don't
Right.
think.
Okay. Well,
But
so when you get in trouble for marrying a 16-year-old Stryker, we'll find it on Apple News.
good. then years later, video can resurface and then get all back in it again.
He's an idiot.
That
That's
is
so
dumb.
stupid.
Are they still married?
No,
she's
no,
dead.
Yeah, he said she passed away.
Were they married when
Where-
she died?
That's a good question.
Huh. Let's do some investing.
You think a marriage to a 15-year-old surely wouldn't last very long.
I
Yeah,
know.
No kidding. She's like, no, I'm 18. I can do what I want now.
Yeah. Hey, like I was gonna like go to her wedding, but I got grounded. So Dad
Can't
said
go out this
Dad said I
weekend.
can't come out. of the house.
Can we do this again sometime?
Yeah.
Could we do this at a different time?
Yeah. God.
That's
crazy.
so weird.
So
Well, how did we even get on R. Kelly?
I don't know.
that's
I'm
a
pretty
good
sure one of you
question.
just interjected and said,
Something
"What's
about-
happening? What's
Oh,
happening
you-
with R. Kelly?"
No. Okay, so we went from the R&B thing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Like people being particular about their music.
Gotcha. But so since you're a pop artist,
Yeah.
what are you working on now?
So right now, actually, I just laid down final vocals for my next single.
Do you have a name for your next thing?
Oh, that's what
we
we're
were
talking
discussing.
about.
Yeah.
But so this one's
I
gonna
feel
be
like you don't like to commit to titles.
well. I want to commit to a good title. If I had a good one, I'd
Yeah.
commit to it.
Yeah.
But so this one's interesting. So I've got 2 songs out right now. And
What's the name of the second one? Go ahead and tell them. Tell the people.
I'll Take the Lead
Yeah.
is the second one I have out. It's a duet that I wrote. And
With?
I wrote it by myself.
Oh, you
And,
did?
yeah, I wrote it by myself, and then I.
How'd it become the duet?
So I was just writing it, and then I was just like, I was like, man, this song kind of sounds like it'd be a cool duet. And I've always been a huge fan of duets, and I was like, and the power ballads and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, this seems like a cool duet. And so I started kind of writing it as like as like a girl part too. And then I was like, this is really good. And so I wrote it. So it was funny. I wrote everything except for the bridge in probably like 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And
Really?
then,
Dude,
yeah.
I swear, isn't that a common thing?
Well,
Sometimes it just happens.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that you really end up
Yeah.
liking, like
Like Root Beer Floats, I probably wrote that in 25 minutes total, start to finish. It's just like sometimes it happens. Sometimes I'll be writing songs and never
Were you
finish
into
them.
like writing in school and stuff,
No.
like growing up?
Never.
Did you you didn't write like
do
any of that
anything.
stuff?
No.
Did you read
Like, did
a
you
lot?
take?
No.
Did you ever find essays to be easy?
Yes. So
Okay.
I was always a really good creative writer. But
you didn't enjoy it. You were
no,
just
I
good
just did
at
it because I was at school and I was good at it. Like
Gotcha.
But it's not that I didn't enjoy it. Just like I was more just lazy and I wasn't gonna go sit around and write, for fun. Like I was
Yeah.
playing sports and stuff. But yeah, exactly. Real manly.
I don't know why I just.
I don't
did
know, but that better be a sample.
Some
Like,
jujitsu.
that needs to be on the drum pad.
Yeah, that was nice. Thanks, Dusty. That was perfect.
But so no, I always did that or whatever. But no, I just wrote this song real quick. And I couldn't think of what I wanted to do for the bridge, and so I went to sleep at probably about 12 o'clock that night. And I woke up out of bed at 4 a.m, just sat straight up, had an idea, went out there, grabbed my guitar, wrote the bridge, went right back to sleep. And like I was like
weird.
I know, it was weird, and I'd never done that before. And I was like telling I don't remember who I was talking to, but I was just like, yeah, it's like Austin went to sleep at 12 and the Stryker woke up at 4 and finished writing the song. Like, it's really fun. Like,
your alter egos really starting to play a part.
Yeah, exactly. But so I wrote that, and I didn't even know Megan really. I had met her once at Amp Rights,
Yeah.
and we didn't really talk or anything. But I had honestly, hope she didn't listen to this. I had asked some other people to sing it with me.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's just like the same for like Jonesy's my homie, but
Yeah.
we had him play on "Put Me in the Ground" and it didn't work out.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah,
We had him do it too. Like it was done.
yeah, that's
but
crazy.
didn't work.
But yeah, so I asked several people to do it with me. I won't mention their names. They said no. No, some of them were busy doing like recording their own stuff. I didn't know any of them, so it would have been weird if somebody.
Okay,
that I
got you.
Like I knew them, but
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Them. Like it would have been weird if one of them messaged me. I would have done it, but it'd been weird. Like I didn't really know them personally, so but
Was it all females that you were asking?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and
So
so
it gives it a little extra
Yeah.
yeah, extra
weirdness. to
Yeah,
it.
like I was like trying to flirt with them or something maybe, but like,
Not like
I
you're
would-
trying to
Yeah,
sing
it
a
comes
duet
off
with
wrong.
Wesley.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but
I want to hear that version.
oh yeah,
That would be
It'd have been cute
hilarious.
with you
it would have
two,
been
though.
cute. Yeah.
That'd have been
It would
nice.
have. But so then I was like, man, like I went through all the girls that I knew that did like pop vocals or like somewhere, relatively close. I was like, man, who else am I gonna ask? I think one night when you came and picked me up and we went over to Austin Sawyer's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I was asking then about if you guys knew any like female pop singers that could like really belt. And y'all gave me some suggestions. And then like I remembered Megan was super good when she played at Amp Rights. And I was like,
Yeah, she's fire.
I'd never talked to her. I'd just seen her there. And so like I just like got on Instagram, like slid in her DMs and was just like, hey, I wrote this song. It turned out to be a duet. I really like it. I think it was cool. I was like, I can send you like a demo that I can record on like my phone or something. Like, would you be interested in singing it with me? And she just like messaged me back like within the hour and was just like, absolutely. Like no questions asked. Like,
Right.
Didn't hear it or anything. Just like,
Hell
absolutely,
yeah.
I'll sing it with you. I was like, lit. And like, she was so good. We got her in the studio. She had never heard the song. I didn't send her a demo or anything. We got her in the studio.
Oh, really?
We got her in the studio. I typed out the lyrics on my phone, her lyrics. And like I had already recorded my vocals. And I was just like, here's your lyrics. I sang it once. Like
Her part? Or?
Ben, yeah, her part. Ben, my producer, played it. And I sang her part so she could hear it. And then she was just like, all right, I got it. Let's record. And just killed it, dude. And like,
Damn.
she's phenomenal. She really is. She's so good. And she'd be mad if I was saying that. She's always like, stop, I'm not that good. I'm like, yeah, you really are.
She
Like,
slammed
you
it
really-
out. Does she have recording experience?
No, she
No?
so she didn't have any of her own stuff out, which is sad because it's fantastic.
Yeah.
She said she's tried to record with a bunch of different people and like it just hasn't worked out. Like they haven't got the sound she's looking for. She don't really know what sound she's going for yet. Like because she writes like a lot of her stuff is kind of bluesy and you know like.
Oh, okay.
But then
Kind of bluesy R&B.
Yeah, but it's really R&B kind of like vibey. But then she also like has like this pop kind of aspect she likes.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of like some like dark Ariana Grande stuff. Some of her songs, like I've heard them, they're so good. Like I wish like
she
would
play
find
them, a
somebody-
lot of them on acoustic, or
Yeah,
Okay.
and she's just phenomenal.
She can
dude.
play too.
Dude, she can really play. She
That's
can.
what's
She's
up.
really good at playing. And but yeah, so we just recorded it and then dropped it, and it was great.
And there
But
it
right-
was.
Yeah, and there it was. But right now I'm recording this song with the same guy, Ben Schumpert, who produces and engineers.
Shout out to Ben.
Yeah, shout out to Ben. He's fantastic. He's a weird guy, but he's cool. No, I like Ben a lot. I go down. He lives in Nashville now, so I don't have to drive
Nice.
all the way to Nashville to record with him. But it's
Mhm.
all right. He's got to drive all the way here for school. So,
Right.
but yeah, we're recording this new one. I'm doing something a little different with this because like the last two songs I released, it's like you like record like your demo and stuff. You're like super excited about it.
Mhm.
If it's turned out good, and you like want to show all your friends the demo. Like just check this out. Like it sounds so cool. And like I ended up showing so many people the demo that like when it came out, like it's like everybody had almost pretty much heard it. Like so many people. I mean, like all my close friends, like they all heard it. So this time, like nobody's hearing this song until it comes out. Like I've never played
Except
it.
for us, right?
No.
Oh, bro, I thought you brought it.
I do have it. I'm not gonna play it
Oh, come on.
No.
All right.
It's because
No.
No.
You ain't getting it.
dude. But yeah, so nobody's heard. I've never played it out. I've never played it for anybody. Me and Ben wrote it together.
Really?
He wrote the music and I wrote the words.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
And
Cool. Did you like that process?
it was interesting. I did like it because I'm not good at writing. You know, I can't. I'm not good.
Musically?
I'm not good enough at playing to write really well. And so like, it was nice like having like, you know, he would do like little rhythm like little pick patterns and stuff, and you know, it gives it a nice little vibe that I didn't have before. And so we wrote this in the staircase at the student union.
Mm-hmm.
And we got together and started working on it, and it's turning out awesome, dude. It's so good. Like, I'm so stoked for it. It's really pop rock. Like, it's pretty rock heavy.
Shit.
Like
So it's something way different.
yeah, it's significantly different from my other stuff. And then dude, I'm not gonna show anybody until it drops. Like, nobody's hearing it. Like, my girlfriend hasn't heard it. Nobody.
Dude, it's cool. You can
And-
show us.
Now, yeah, oh yeah, dude. But so it's a little. It's not. The song's not really risque. Like, it's not like lyrically risque, but it's not like lyrically, but like the idea of it is. And I actually kind of got the idea. Yeah,
I can't get over that.
That should be the title.
that should be a sample too.
Risque.
But no, I got the idea kind of of doing like a more like edgy kind of song from Charlie Puth, because he released like how long song, or
I'm not
it's like
familiar.
you
I've probably
running
heard it.
around, running
Yeah.
around, throwing that
Okay.
dirt along my
Yep.
He's got that one, and then he's got how long has this been going on? And like they're about like cheating,
Yeah.
but it's about him. Like, if you listen to the lyrics, it's about the girl calling him out on cheating.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, to write a song about yourself like cheating or like, you know, sleeping around and doing
That's
stuff like
risque.
that. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like edgy. It's like edgy and risque. And then, and so I was like, that's cool. So this song, I'll go ahead and tell you what it's about, but it's kind of like about. Yeah,
Sing a little
so
bit
when
of
I
it.
write,
Sing a little bit of it
No.
for us. Oh.
so when I write,
it.
I always imagine what the music video would look like, and that's where I get like the imagery that I put into the song from.
Yeah, that's
That's
pretty
kind of
cool.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
how Root Beer Floats. Like, a lot of the imagery came from
This
like
is the
how I
beach
pictured.
and the
Yeah, and like I say, like the smell of your shampoo.
Did you write
as
that
this-
sitting in front of your shower curtain?
No, I should have. Wrote it sitting in marketing class.
yeah.
But
Oh, that's right.
like it says, like the smell of your shampoo as the salty wind blows your hair, and like
Mhm.
just because you know how sometimes like a girl like, you know, be like just recently out of the shower or something, or like in the morning, and just kind of like walk by and you can like smell her shampoo like as her hair
It's the
like
best.
flies. Yeah,
It's the best.
and so like I didn't want to say perfume because
if that's their shampoo day. If
Yeah,
it's their
yeah,
shampoo-
yeah. If they've washed their hair that month, or they just use dry shampoo the rest of the time. But they you know, like everybody says like smell their perfume and stuff like that. But you know, so I was like I definitely noticed girl shampoo, so like I'm gonna you know, put that in there and stuff like that. And this song, the whole kind of premise of it is like sneaking around with like your best friend's girlfriend. And
Oh,
like,
shit, is this a true story?
no, it's not.
Dude, you
Especially-
can drop it right here.
Dude, it's not a true story.
We need a bomb, bro. We
you
need
literally
a bomb.
like I can.
If I had the bomb, would you tell the story?
No,
Dude.
I mean it's
They
no,
didn't
no, I
see
know,
it
it's
happen.
not
There's
true.
something that
It's not
happened,
true.
bro. It's
Literally,
cool.
I can picture my girlfriend listening to this right now and be like, "Yep, I guarantee it happened. Like, let's hear it." Like, I'm just mad.
She's like, yeah, I'm gonna tell them to get that bomb.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It is not a true story. Most of the songs I write are not true stories. Like, I like to put myself in like scenarios, like write about
What
like,
you
things
think
I
it
would
would be like.
Yeah, things like I would like to see and stuff. And
okay.
well, not things I'd like to see, but
Okay.
you know,
You're,
it's like
you're digging yourself.
Stories
off.
you'd like to tell.
stories I'd like to tell, because I think it'd be cool. I've always thought it'd be
You're saving
interesting to write direct movies and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
maybe even write like I wouldn't want to write a whole movie
Screenplays.
because that sounds like a lot of work.
It's
But- yeah.
dude,
A
But
whole
just
movie.
like
dude.
yeah, exactly. But like I feel like it'd be cool. So I
I'd
think it'd
write
be
a
fun.
silent film.
Yeah, exactly. I think
Maybe
it'd be fun.
Jackass.
Maybe to direct music videos. Like that would be.
That
fun.
would be fun. Yeah.
I would really like to do that. So I like to picture scenes and stuff. So I'll just like make up stuff all the time, like in my head. And so I was like, this would be interesting. And like the scene I have like painted for it, it's like you going on like a double date with like your buddy and his girlfriend a lot. And then like they just kind of build something in between you and his girlfriend or whatever. And then next thing you know, you start like sneaking around with her. And it's like you know you shouldn't, but you're having a good time. You know, it's like
Yeah.
so it's kind of it's kind of edgy.
Risque.
It's kind of risque.
You know?
But yeah, there's that. I'm not gonna tell you anything else about it.
No.
Redbird actually heard a little bit of it on
See,
accident. No,
Gosh,
just a
dang it,
touch.
That's
Like,
dude, he's holding out.
we
This is
worked-
Well,
bull.
let us hear that 5 seconds.
No, me and
Dude.
him
Yeah.
worked together, and I pulled in the parking lot, and he was getting out of his car, and I was like, I just got the
Listening to
demo,
it.
so I had it really loud in my truck, I was like listening to it, and he like got out, and like I saw him just like stand there, so I was like, oh, and I like turned it down real quick, because I told him I wasn't gonna let him hear it, and like I got it, he's like, man, what are you listening to? Like it slaps, and I was just like, that was the only little taste of my demo you're gonna get until the song comes out. He's like, well, I know it slaps, so like I'm ready for it. But yeah, dude, I'm super excited about this one. This one's a lot different than my other stuff, and then I have another one that's almost
A lot different as far as
it's like genre and sound go. Like this one's like really
Did you use
Rocky,
like
you
said.
electric guitars?
oh yeah, like a lot of distortion and stuff. Like
nice.
I had my guitarist Zach Zettel play, which is a cool guitarist name. Like
Yeah, it's kind
he's
of
got
badass.
it. He's got it in the
dude.
bag. But had him come
Zach
and play.
Zettel.
And he just like he came for like just. I mean, we ended up being there for a while, but just in like a short amount of time, he just came with like he's like really signature kind of like riffs and stuff for the song, and so it's got like his own like sound and stuff. And then I've got another song almost completely finished recording, like the structure of it at least, that we were gonna release a while back, and then I was like, it's called Skinny Dippin'.
I've heard it.
Yeah, you heard me play it here one time, and but I was like, it doesn't make any sense to release a song called Skinny Dippin' in the middle of the winter. So
Yeah.
we decided to
You got to think about that too.
yeah, so we decided to record this other one first, and then I'll probably release Skinny Dippin' next summer.
Nice.
But I'm probably gonna have a rapper rap on the bridge.
Dude.
I'm thinking about getting Keenan Froden, if you know who that is, Keenan Victor on Instagram. He's really good. He's fantastic. He sounds a lot like Kendrick.
MTSU?
He sounds a lot like Kendrick Lamar, but like a little less gravel.
Okay.
Like and
Gotcha.
dude,
A little more smooth.
a
yeah,
little less gravel in the gullet, hey?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but he's great, and so I think that one would be fun to do too. But it's a whole nother sound too. Like that's why like everybody's like, yeah, you ought to like put them on an EP or something. Like they all sound different. Like at this point, like they're all pop, but they're all real different.
Yeah.
And so I think after I release these two, I'm gonna try to actually write an album and just see where it goes.
Album or EP?
An album, like
Okay.
right for
You
like,
like 10 songs or more?
yeah, probably 10 songs, and just do like an introduction to Stryker album. Just like
So you're gonna
Are
go
you gonna
into
self-title it, or
probably
and
or
go
maybe-
into it right
you
in
can
an
name?
album.
You could call it
Yeah.
Strike a Match.
yeah.
Or-
That's my band's name, pretty much. Stryker in the Matches. If you didn't know,
Really?
Is it
That's
really?
the name, yeah.
Damn.
That's fucking cool.
Dude, it was a joke, and then like everybody liked it. Like we were trying to think of a band name, and like
Stryker in
somebody's
the
like, "What about
Matches.
Stryker in the Matches?" And like
I
we're
like
all just
it.
like, "Shut the hell up!" Like that's dumb. And then like we were telling other people, like, "Oh, that's really cool," and I was just like, oh, "Damn it, is it?" Like
Dude,
and-
that's exactly how we came up with
Yeah.
What I'm saying.
Little
wrist, big fist.
yeah,
That's exactly.
It is cool. Striker in the
Stryker
Matches.
in the Matches, dude. And we just started embracing it. Just recently started embracing it. Like
Embrace it, dude. Run with that. Take
Dude,
it
that's
and run
fucking
with
cool.
it.
Cameron Till,
Like
if you know him,
that match, man.
Jabroni.
Yep.
He plays keys for me, and
Dope.
like
He's good.
Yeah, he's real good. And I commented on one of his posts on Instagram, and I was like, he posted like a song he wrote on there, and I was like, man, this is great. And he's like, thanks, dude. And he was like, I'll be a match for life. And I was just like, lit. They're embracing their, they're
Lit,
embracing
literally.
their job, literally. But it's really cool, and so like I've got to play with the band a couple times now. and
So
it's
the
been really
band
fun.
also records on the album with
They
you.
haven't. Well, they will on the full album probably. But
on the
on the
stuff,
new album,
you
I've just
basically
brought
doing
in Zach.
production, right?
Yeah,
And
I've just
then
brought in
Ben
Zach to
does the
play the
rest.
guitar, and and Ben does all the engineering, and he'll play acoustic. Oh, he plays keys. He's a really good keys player.
Okay.
Ben is, and so he plays like synthetic stuff and
Mhm.
like the keys.
Adds the
and
textures and stuff in there.
we'll bring in Ben's okay at guitar. I'm not very good, and so like we'll bring in other guitarists I know and stuff. So I brought in Zach, my guitarist, on this one. It was really it was good to have like my band in there. So
yeah.
like when we play, like I can tell them. We haven't laid bass down on this new one though. I don't know if we're gonna do synthetic bass or bring in my bass player. But
Another thing you could do too, I don't know. I know Ben's he's like into engineering.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know how many mics he has, but you can also like rent mics and stuff. But it'd
Mhm.
be cool for you to do a live album
I've definitely thought so. My
because
mom,
it's always different with your band.
yeah, that's
It's
true
always
too.
different every
I thought
time,
it-
and you're gonna get a different sound depending on where you record it at.
So I've got that song watered down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's some of you guys heard. There's
Yeah.
like really southern rock kind of sounding and stuff that I wrote.
I'm a fan of that song.
Yeah, I'm probably never. I don't know if I'll ever release it because it's not a pop song and it's not even like remotely.
You should just, dude. You should just.
So I thought about doing,
honestly put songs out until like see what does.
Yeah, I know, but but I've thought about doing like a live band recording of that and like a video and everything, like really nice.
Do it all
like
in one.
Like in the studios, here at school, just
Dude,
to like
do it
and
before
put
you
it on
graduate.
YouTube.
Do
and
it before
stuff.
you graduate for real.
I know, so I really want to do that.
You could get a good team around that.
That'd be fun,
real quick.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about doing that because like when else am I gonna put that out?
The smart way to do it is find somebody that is about to go into the last bit of RIM classes and also find them before the semester starts because there are most of them. The smart ones already plan their projects before
that's true. Yeah,
they get to class
because
they know what they're doing. That's about now might be a good time, but I would also like be choosy of who you ask. Like, you know,
that's the thing too.
You want to make sure.
I don't know a whole lot of them, so
if you need to like
a whole lot that are good,
a little
like really good at what they do.
Yeah,
for
I don't know who's
live
still in
band's kinda
school
hard
that
to
I
do.
know, but like I could at least point you in the right direction.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because live bands are kind of hard to record sometimes, you know, like unless you're really
and you
good.
can always talk to the audio guys with AMP because they're in the audio program and they have those projects.
Oh yeah,
I know Charles
that's
knows
a
his
whole
stuff.
nother Charles.
Yeah, you can reach out to Charles. You can reach out to.
I don't know any of the other ones.
Yeah,
right,
that's it. Charles
right
is
now,
the guy.
I don't.
Yeah,
I want to say Jake. There's a Jake
from State Farm.
The guy that was like with him at the live show.
Is that the younger guy?
Probably.
Yeah, he was nice. I met him.
He's
but
cool.
I mean,
he's cool.
Younger looking dude.
He's chill.
Mm-hmm.
Messy hair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know him. Well, I've never talked to him, but I know who he is. But
Cool.
yeah,
He's
yeah, you got
DJ
some
Cockroach.
options. I don't know if right now would be the best time. Like it might be a little late, but still, I mean, at least
little
keep
late
that for the studios. Like people might already have their projects picked out and stuff.
First
like
day of
songs
classes.
that they want to do.
Yeah, it's first day of classes.
today.
Well, I know, but if people like when I went into it first day of class, I picked my partner right off the bat
Really?
and like I already had shit for us to do.
Huh.
So I mean, I guess if it is first day, like still, I mean, you have a better chance. I thought it was at least a weekend, but
No, it's the first day today.
nonetheless, I mean, it's still a good resource to have.
Yeah.
And if nothing else, if you can't record in there necessarily, like record the live band, Ben could engineer something.
And that's
he could
I think
make
wants to do
something
it too.
happen, right? But at least shoot video content in there.
Yeah,
That's an idea.
yeah, that'd be cool too.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think Ben really wants it. Ben does like videos and photography and stuff too.
Yeah.
So he's all about it. But I think he wants to do it. I hope he has studio time this semester. I don't think he did last semester.
He's still in school.
Yeah.
Okay, so for some reason I thought he had graduated.
No.
So he'll have those classes.
I
Dude,
hope
yeah.
because I don't think last semester he had any classes with studio time in them. But so I'm hoping this semester he might. Well,
what year is he?
I don't know.
Okay.
He's at least a junior.
If last year
Probably
he
a
did,
senior.
if last semester he didn't,
Because
has he had any studio classes yet?
I don't. Yeah, he said something, but he did his 2 free years at community college first.
Smart.
Yeah, for sure.
So he should be
only doing major and minor classes.
And he's
right?
been here for a year, so he should be.
Well, he should. If he's
He
getting
should be going into
studio
a
this
studio
time,
junior. He's either junior.
Yeah.
he's probably gonna get studio. Well, I mean, you get studio D and E first, the smaller ones.
Yeah.
I'd wait till he gets an A and B.
Yeah.
To do it.
That'll
I mean,
be
you got
another
plenty
year.
of songs until then.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
but
true. We
it's
got plenty
definitely
to
something
work
good to
on,
plan
yeah.
on.
So.
Well,
hopefully
and
that goes well.
anything else you boys want to talk about? Anything else you guys say? Stryker, where can people find your shit?
Dude, everywhere. Spotify, yeah, everywhere.
You look under the front doormat.
STRYKER.
Yeah, STRYKER_music on Instagram. If you want to check me out,
Okay.
my songs are on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes,
Tidal.
Deezer, Tidal, Shazam,
Deezer.
Slacker Radio, wherever you listen to your stuff, like Pandora. Check it out, please.
And now if you search Stryker on podcast app,
I'll be
you'll find
You'll find him
podcast.
here too.
featuring me, dude.
Yeah.
Swag.
And
Dude, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Dude, thanks for having me.
yeah,
It's really fun.
it's been a lot of fun.
This is
We'll
cool.
have to do another installment. We can always gab.
We could definitely have you on for another
We
time.
could talk for days, probably.
Yeah.
Facts.
Oh yeah.
You got a nice mouth on you.
But I know
Appreciate it.
I know
I've heard that.
the last song is hopefully from your fans.
Sure. Them too.
You gave an in-depth,
You did. I was kind of disappointed that he gave that explanation in the middle.
Before
'Cause
the
I
song.
But
always
it's
like
okay.
to do it beforehand.
It's okay.
Before this song.
I'll take the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said earlier, wrote this song, got Megan Johnson to sing on it with me. She's fantastic. Ben produced it. Turned out great. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for having me on, fellas.
Of course, dude. And this has been Little Risk Big Fist.
What Little Risk Big Fist. What I'm saying.
Oh, they're doing this. Okay.
I know what you're going through, yeah. I've been there before. You can't even find the strength to walk out your own door. I know that you're hurting, yeah. I know you're uncertain, but I promise everything will be alright.
Sometimes I get sad, but it's like you don't understand. And sometimes I need someone to catch my fall when I can't land. And when I'm uncertain, please pull back the curtain and tell me everything will be alright.
I know it's scary in a world with so much pain. When the clouds are heavy, you still dance out in the rain. But when you've lost your way, find direction in me. Baby, take my hand and I'll take the lead. Baby, take my hand and I'll take the lead.
Here I stand, but I don't think I can do this all alone.
Well, I'm right here, but you've got the strength all on your own.
Just promise me that you've got my back if I start to fall.
I promise you that I'll always come whenever you call. I know it's scary in a world with so much pain. When the clouds are heavy, you still dance out in the rain. But when you've lost your way, find direction in me. Baby, take my hand and I'll take the lead. Baby, take my hand. We'll need someone we can lean on sometimes. We'll need someone that can lead us to the light. We'll need someone we can lean on sometimes. We'll need someone that can lead us to the light. I know it's scary in a world with so much pain. When the clouds are heavy, you still dance out in the rain. But when you've lost your way, find direction in me. Baby, take my hand and I'll take the lead. Baby, take my hand. I'll take the lead.